everyone. Welcome to the Twin Stitches Designs podcast. My name is Julie, and I am the designer behind Twin Stitches Designs. This is episode 2. I am so excited to be here again today and be a little bit sooner because I podcasted on Sunday and we are now Friday. So I think I've done a lot of knitting for those few days, and I can't wait to share everything with you guys. So I just wanted to say, first off, a huge thank you to everyone who said lovely comments, who messaged me, who subscribed, who liked the video, who watched the video. I mean, it means so much to me that you guys took the time out of your day to spend a little bit of that with me. So I really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to come to you guys every single week with a podcast and do it on Fridays and then hopefully upload it during the weekend. And so I'm coming to you from my home in New Brunswick, Canada, and it is a perfect autumn day. So it is really nice outside, and I am loving this weather. So I think I'll jump right into what I'm wearing. And today is the day where my Tranquilio tee is now live on Ravelry. You guys, I absolutely love this sweater. So it is a top-down design, and there's some short row shapings in the back. It is knit out of camp fiber yarns in the main color Tranquilio, Tiramisu, and in the blue is Mariana's Trench. And this is by Laura. She is an incredible dyer. Really, I absolutely love working with her yarn. Her sleek and strong base is something it feels like butter as I was knitting it. I was just like, what is this? It was so nice to work with. So this design is out now on Ravelry, and it's on sale at 20% off if you use coupon code Tranquilio20, and I'll make sure to link it in the description box below, where you will find all of the show notes, as well as we have a Ravelry group, Twin Stitches Designs. I will link that below as well. Now, I should probably let you know where you can find me on the web. I am Julianne Knitter, both on Instagram and Ravelry. I have a Patreon account that is Twin Stitches Designs. I think we got all of those out of the way. I will get better at this, people. I will. So anyways, I don't know if I mentioned, but you're not carrying any floats. So this is a colorwork design where you don't have over 5 to 6 stitches of the colorwork. So it's super beginner friendly in the sense of one of your first colorwork projects, because you're not carrying those super long floats across your knitting. So it goes great for your tension and practicing that. So yeah. So this is her yarn, and this is actually the Tiramisu, and her labels are so cute. And this is Mariana's Trench. Yeah. Like, this blue is just like, it took us it was so funny because we were chatting back and forth and we were trying to find the perfect blue. I didn't want it too light. I didn't want it too dark. We wanted that popping blue. Like, when you see it, it's just like, okay, that's what we wanted. And we just thought it was perfect together. So Laura has some kits up in her shop right now. So if you want to go grab yours, I would 100% recommend it before she sells out, because her yarn is just stunning, you guys. Really worth it. So she has different options, and because you're not using as much blue for a full skein, she actually has a listing as a 50-gram skein of blue. So that's really, I love that she did that, because it helps people if you don't have a huge budget and you don't want a full skein if you're not going to use it all. I think that's really nice. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to mention on this sweater, but I'm super excited about it. And I absolutely love wearing it. It's so comfortable. It comes as a short sleeve. I don't have the instructions for a long sleeve, but by all means, if you grab an extra skein of Tiramisu, which I'm sure Laura will definitely accommodate, just send her a message, and you could make this long sleeve. I think it'd be beautiful either way, and I may be tempted in the future to make a long sleeve version. So yeah, that design is out now. Super excited, guys. All right. Do you remember the last episode? I said that I was going to finish my other sweater design. And guys, I'm pretty proud of myself. Da, 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 da. There should be like the edit, you know, like the applause. I should totally put that in there, but I'm not tech savvy, so I don't know how. So you guys, I know there's ends. I'm not wearing this today because I literally just finished it last night. I haven't blocked it yet, and I haven't woven in my ends. So I'll hopefully be wearing it next week on next week's podcast. But I wanted to share it with you. So this is a new sweater design. I've designed this out of Lizzie Ann Yarns, and I have her tag right here. I should say their tags. They're two beautiful ladies who collaborated with me, and I'm super excited. So it's on their 75-25 soft, and their main colorway is Barn, and the other one is Teacup. And I really love how these work together in the design. So really, really nice. So I currently have a testnet call out for this sweater design, and I would love to have you guys testnet this. I have a short sleeve version or a long sleeve version depending on what you would like. And the short sleeve version is exactly like this length. I'm very flexible in my test knitting. If you want to make it like a little bit longer, by all means, as long as you would put those details in your Ravelry project page in case anybody else wants to copy you. So I'm very flexible on that end. I have 9 sizes that need to be test knit, all the way from a 30-inch bust to a 60-inch bust, which I should say this one is also 9 sizes, so it's very size inclusive. And yeah, so knit top down, short rows, simple color work, no carrying your floats again. And then I have this little tiny color work design here. I didn't block it last night because I really wanted to show it on the podcast. So I'm hoping today or this weekend I will block this out, and we'll take some photos this weekend. No, probably next weekend of this. Really, really proud of this. I don't have a name for it yet. I really still thinking, still debating. If you guys have any name suggestions, pop them below. I'd love to hear what you guys have in mind. And again, I'm still looking for testers of all sizes. So if you would love to test knit, go to our Ravelry group, and I have a section for this sweater. And there's a Google Forms where you just like fill out all the information, what size you'd like, if you want short sleeve, long sleeve. And I would love to have you guys join our test knit. It's so fun. I usually look for between 2 to 3 people per size of sweater, so your chances of getting in are pretty good. All right, next thing off the needle. You guys, I went a little crazy. So, funny story. Oh, my hair is coming off. We were in our basement, and we have a basement where we have a play area for the girls, and we have some built-in shelves. But it's also where all of my yarn is stored. So I have some built-in shelvings all on the top, and I store all of my yarn, project bags, knitted. And we were sitting, and the girls were just playing, and I thought, okay, well, I need something in my hands. Like, I can't just sit here and do nothing. So I picked up this project bag. This is a project bag that was gifted to me. There's no tag, so I don't know by who it's by. I can't remember. But yeah, so this is a project bag that I hold always, dishcloth, needle, and my dishcloth in here. So I thought, you know what, it was on my shelf. I thought, this is easy. Don't have to look at a pattern. I can just pick it up, and I'm done. Well, you guys, I didn't just knit one dishcloth because, I mean, who just does one? I knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 7 dishcloths. So I used mostly, let me check. It is called Grandma's Dishcloth by PJ Allen, and I did the no holes version. I used a US 8 needle, and this one I was able to do 3 out of Lilly Sugar and Cream. This is the Sunkiss Ombre colorway. And then I had already done, I will say, I had already done one of these before. It was in my project bag, but then I knit these 2 this week. This is Dishy in Knit Picks. This is the pomegranate colorway. So yeah, I just, go all out. This week the girls have been a little bit more demanding of my time. If you don't know, I have twins who are 19 months old. So they are very, we're going through a mommy phase where it's hold me, I have to sit on the couch with them. Like, I literally need to be like our legs need to be touching because they need to know that I'm there. I can't walk out of the room. Like, we're that phase of the separation. So I don't want to have like big sweater projects on me or anything. So these dishcloths have been perfect for this week. And I think that's why I've been knitting them so much, where I can pick it up. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about a pattern. It's just very simple for me. So that's why I worked on those. So you might have noticed that I already like packaged them up like this. And what I did was I went on Pinterest and I'd seen some people do this and I love the idea. So on my cardstock, I just printed it in paper, black and white because I don't have a color printer. So I printed out these cute little care instructions. So I cut them the lengthwise, and then I just attached them with a little bit of tape, and I just did them individually. I really, really love it. So I was going to do like a few of them together, or but I didn't do these because I wanted to show you plain dishcloth. So yeah, I think they look amazing and super cute. So what I'm wanting to do is to print out a ton of these, and I'm even going to use them for socks. And I wanted to show you guys what it looks like with a pair of socks. So, super cute. These are going to be for my mother-in-law that oh my God, I want to say I knit this pair last year. They are Knit Picks Felici. Not sure the colorway. But anyways, I just used some random mini skeins for my toes and my heels. And yeah, I really love this pair, and she loves colors. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give you color. Yeah, so I love these labels because they don't have necessarily what it is on them. So some of, like, for the dishcloth, it said, like, the perfect for your dishes, or, they had specifications on them. Whew. So I do love that I can use this for all of my knitwear. So if I'm doing hats, if I'm doing mittens or socks or dishes or dishes. Whew. Dishcloths. I think I need coffee. So yeah. So I really, really love this, and I'm going to be doing this for the holidays. And I have a place on my shelving where I have all of my finished knitted items that aren't for me. So these will definitely all go there. And I'm doing them individually because I am hoping to get some more either Knit Picks Dishy or Sugar and Cream. I have to admit, I love the Sugar and Cream. I heard about it so much through other podcasters in the US, and how it's like the brand that you get at Joann's or wherever, and I really, really enjoy it. I love that it is just a smaller ball, and so I got 3 full dishcloths, and I made this one a little bit bigger to use up all the scraps because I didn't want to end up with like 20-gram scraps left. So I need more of the Sugar and Cream. I love it. I really do. So I'm hoping to get a few more. You never know. I might, if people have some for D-Stash or wherever, I might order some online. But they're just great gifts, especially for people if you don't know if they're knit worthy or not. So I think these are great. I think I've gone long enough on dishcloths. What do you think? All right. All of that's done. Oh, now I'm going to continue on dishcloths. All right, so I have about, I want to say 4 balls of the sugar and cream that my mom got me when she went to the US. So this one is chocolate ombre. So I just started this last night once I casted off my sweater. So same pattern. I'm going to be doing the exact same pattern for all of them. I'm not going to be doing fancy things or anything because I just want something mindless that I can bring around. And I think it's perfect. So that's housed in this little perfect Harry Potter bag. So really love this. And I'm just going to be keep doing them from time to time. And I'm hoping that I can get a really good collection for the Christmas time or in blah, blah, blah. If I don't have them all for the Christmas time, then I can easily, you know, for birthdays and all of that fun stuff. All right. Next on my needles. So last week I showed this as I didn't even cast it on yet, but everything was set up. And this week I cast it on for the ribbing. So this is, and I don't have the tag with me, but this is Brianna from Little Wolf Knits. This is her Dune Runner colorway, and this is Boardwalk. So they go really well together. I mentioned that I wanted to do a men's collection, so this is my idea for it. I cast it on the ribbing because I jotted down everything that I wanted for the design, and one of the things that I love to do when I'm designing is I write up the patterns, get the idea, sketch it out, and then I sleep on it for a day or two because I don't want to keep ripping out stuff. So I sit on it just to make sure, like, okay, is that really what I wanted? Is that the vision that I had? And then I'll start knitting on it. So I just did the ribbing. I just did a 2x2. For my husband, I always use a 2.5 millimeter needle and a 64 stitch count. For me, anytime I do a 56 stitch count on a 2.25 millimeter needle. Don't know why I always do it. It's just like my go-to and it fits us perfectly. So don't mess with something that works, right? This is in my Mrs. Brown's bag that I got a few years ago. So really, really love it. So I'm hoping to get a start on this week and show you guys a little bit of the design next week. So I'm really hoping to get this up and going. Okay, I think this week's episode is going to be a little bit longer than last week. Hope you guys are all right with that. So next up, I've been having an idea, and I watched the Legacy Knits podcast with Sue and Chelsea, who I absolutely adore. And Chelsea was knitting one of those by Susan B. Anderson. It was like the Harvest Garland. Is that what it's called? There's like the little cute pumpkin, there's the acorn, and it's so cute and fun. And I've always wanted to make her holiday charm set. She had a huge sale last year, so I bought the holiday charm set and also the long johns. Oh my God, you guys. It's like these little pair of long johns that you can hang up on your Christmas tree. Like, I have to do that. So I went stash diving this week because I want to make those, but I also don't want to go buy yarn or buy the kits. I'm trying to be budget conscious. You know, we do have kids, so I can't just go out buying everything that my little heart desires, but that'd be nice. So this skein that I bought on D-Stash, it's Ovis, etc. Could totally be butchering that. So this one is a natural, and it is Shetland fingering, 100% Shetland, 50 grams. And what I am thinking of doing is using, because it came with these little tiny 5-gram minis, like a lot of them. And most of these, so she has a little sweater, a pair of socks, a pair of mittens, and then the long johns. So what I'm thinking of doing is doing a lot of them in the natural and then using these colors as like the contrast of, you know, the little sweater will have like the little color work of that, or a pair of socks will have some in it. The only thing that I'm not sure of is, do I want to go super traditional colors? So what I mean by that is like green, red with like the white. Do I just want to stop there? But I have some other beautiful colors that I think it's like a beautiful brown. What do you guys think? Would you guys just stick with those colors? Would you be okay with going, you know, what would you do? Because I have all of these very, very pretty colors that I could make like cute little sweaters and socks and hang them all up, but I'm just not sure the vision I'm going for. So last night, for the fun of it, I decided to cast on one of the little sweaters out of this like yellow. I mean, come on, you guys. It's adorable. So the sleeves are on stitch yarn waist yarn. But yeah. So I cast on this little sweater, and then what I actually did was I had this left over in my bag of the red. So I just did like a little stripe of the red before I bound off. So this is what I'm not sure of. Do I want to keep like all different colors and have it be like cute, colorful garland? I don't know what I want. All I know is it's stinking cute. So that, I whipped this up in like a half hour. The only thing, it was very fiddly to start with because you're casting on, I want to say like 10 or 12 stitches on 4 DPNs. It was a little fiddly, but once you got the hang of it, it worked really well. So that is something that I do want to work on. I would love to make some cute ornaments for the fall, for the winter, throughout the fall. But yeah, I have a lot of the white, and I'm just wondering, should I maybe just use like these 3? See, if I just use these 3 with the white, then it could be like I could make like a lot of them because I'm only using like a tiny bit of that. And then I would have a lot of the same one. I could do that too. Help me, guys. Help me decide on what to do. So I just housed that in my French Supply Co bag that I had my other sweater in. But now it is my little ornament. Okay, so the last thing that's not cast on, but is going to be my next sweater cast on, is actually another sweater with Laura of Camp Fiber Yarns. Colors might look completely familiar to you. Oh, you guys, I love these colors. So me and Laura were talking after I finished this, and I said, wouldn't it be beautiful to have a blue sweater with this one as the contrast? And we just liked, both of us were like, oh my god, it needs to happen. So this is going to be the main color of the sweater, and I'm going to be using this as the contrast. I'm not sure yet what I want to do. I have a few ideas in mind. I don't know if I want another colorwork yoke or like a stripy sweater. I have a few ideas. I did a swatch, and I did a swatch on a larger needle. So I actually went up to a US 8 because I'm debating doing like this stripy type of sweater on a very loose gauge. So it could be like your comfortable, super easy to wear sweater. But I'm currently obsessed with colorwork yokes. What do you guys love most? Do you guys love like a stripy oversized sweater, or do you love color work? What do you guys like? Yeah. Really, really beautiful. So this is, again, Camp Fiber Yarns by Laura, Tiramisu, and Mariana's Trench. So I'm not sure yet. Like I told you guys last time, I love having it in my project bags, all ready to go, stitch markers in there and everything. And I'm just letting this mull over. I don't want to cast on and then regret, oh, I should have done this or this or this. I love having an idea in my head, sleeping on it, writing it all down, and then when I'm ready and I feel like, okay, this is what I want to knit and design, then that's when I go for it, and I just like go all out. So this is what was left over of my other sweater, of this one. So I swatched with this and the leftover blue of that sweater. So yeah, I'm really excited about this and having another sweater on my needles. I need to do that. The last thing that's on my needles that I still can't show you is my other design. I am working on it. I made some progress, but I do need to go get some needles today. So I'm hoping to go to my local yarn store while my grandmother comes and visits, and I can scoot in there and get those needles that I need to continue that project. So I'm making some progress, and I can't wait to share with you guys, and it'll be in October. And yeah, I didn't touch my gravel path socks this week because I really focused on my sweater and apparently dishcloths. I love when you just like pick something up out of nowhere and it's just like you go full on and it's like all the dishcloths possible. I knit more in 1 week than I knit last year in dishcloths. Like, isn't that a little crazy? A little bit. So yeah, I think that is it on the knitting. So I will head over to what's been going on in my life. If you're not interested, thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the podcast. For those of you interested, this week was a crazy week. We did the girls' vaccinations on Tuesday. That did not go so well. We were in the waiting room, so I brought my dad with me because it's just hard when you have twins going to those appointments. You just need someone else with you. And they have like a huge office, and I did a quick stories on it. They have a huge, huge office where they have, I want to say like 50 something rooms. It's a big center. And the girls were so hyper. I brought books, I brought snacks, I brought everything. I'm like, you know what? We're just going to sit there and they're going to, no, that did not happen. So we were me and my dad, and we just like let the girls run because that's what they wanted. They didn't want to sit down. They didn't want to read books. They wanted to explore. Mommy, I don't know what you were thinking, but. So we just chased the girls around the whole office for 30, 40 minutes. It took us 45 minutes to get in, and we had an appointment. So anyways, after that was done, this week I focused a lot on knitting, but the girls were a little bit crankier. I mean, it bothered them a little bit where they were just like, you know, like, we need you, Mommy, and we want to cuddle, and I'm all for it. So we did that a lot this week, and yesterday I did a big story, and I received a lot of David's tea. If you know me, I love tea and coffee. So I used to drink a lot of tea, and I haven't gotten into it lately, and me and my husband both talked, and we're like, you know, like, we need to cut down the coffee just a little bit. So they had a huge sale, and then we placed an order. So I'm really excited about that and get back into tea. Still have my morning coffee every day because you need to function if you have kids. And then, yeah, so I'm hoping to get into that. And I think that's it, guys. If you're still with me, I completely forgot to mention we have a knit along. Ombre. So we have a knit along for the Coffee House Sock Club. The first pattern came out. I showed it on my previous podcast, Macchiato Mornings. Some of you are flying through this pattern. It's amazing. It has a Latvian braid on the top and some color work. And for a lot of you, I want to say almost all of you, it's your first time doing Latvian braids. And it's so fun to see you guys. And I have a link in the pattern. So if you haven't done it before, all of it is there. And you guys are doing amazing. So make sure you check out that hashtag on Instagram and also Ravelry. We are going to have some amazing prizes from some makers. I'm just waiting for them to come in. And yeah, so I'm super excited about that. I can't believe I totally forgot to mention that. You guys are probably all gone by now, but that's okay. I'll make it a note to mention it on the first thing on next week's podcast. But yeah, so you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support. And until next week, happy knitting. Bye.